So when I count backwards from 3, we'll go ahead and take off through the tunnel, through the vortex. 3, 2, 1.
Everybody that I have known that has passed over was there, and it was like whoosh. And I was like, oh my gosh, my childhood best friend's mom is here. And like all of these people who I have been gone for decades were all of a sudden just in my space, and knew every single one of them, and they were just like cheering me on, so proud of me and everything. And
Just what Tiffany had said, just really reconvening life after whatever, with a lot of loved ones, friends that had passed away, grandparents. And it's really kind of cool just uh, seeing this like sort of like white emitted light. And I remembered an instance, just where one of my friends who had passed away, they got hit just by a semi truck. But before they had passed, I had snuck up behind him, sprinted, and just gave him a bear hug beforehand, and he couldn't get away. And then, so essentially, when I got there, it's almost like now you see how this feels. Like he came up behind me and did the same thing, which is really quite cool.
Like, if you want to feel source, go up and check out the staircase. So I went up the spiral staircase, and it was just like, as soon as I got to the top, it was just like white light, like inner, like the web of the galaxy connected. And like, I really felt like that divine, like, oh, this is it, and the like feeling I got was that I was just supposed to go there and feel what it felt like to feel this feeling, and like take the feeling back with me. The vibe I got, so it was like a ballroom, like checkered floor, but we were like up. You kept saying ascend, so like I kept thinking up, 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 and then it was like the elevator opened, and it was like this like, imagine having a cocktail mixer in the middle of like outer space. Like that was like the vibe. Like everyone was there with like their own group, and we were all like together, but like interacting and like mingling around each other. Like I totally felt everyone's energy.
Feeling I got was to bring that back here so that the fear of death isn't so prevalent the way it is on the planet right now with COVID and the unawareness of what's about to come, and just to bring that sense of no fear. So that was nice. Exactly. It was like a party going on, and I was like dancing and twirling around because I was so happy to be there. And my family and people I've known were the first ones, but then there were like these other people kind of crowded around, and I was like, who are those people? And they said that those are the people that you have helped unknowingly. And just I know see, that gives me goosebumps. And they wanted to come say thank you.
Just keep looking around, and that the answers will come to me, basically, and to keep doing the work, and that they're all there to support us. And it was pretty emotional. I mean, even like leaving back through that door, it was like, no, I don't want to. But yeah, it was, and just my body, like the whole time, like, I think Corey, you said this, like being in that rocket ship, and like just before, like I could just feel, it was just really interesting, like the vibration in my body, like that through that whole experience. So thank you so much.
Oh, I did not want to come back. Like when we were coming back, I felt like I was the last in line, and I like stopped and told myself, I was like, go back to your body, bitch. Like jokingly, but I literally was like, come on, like go, like what are you doing? Like you're not supposed to be here. So yeah, I kind of like saw my Nanny G briefly, like very briefly. It's my great grandma that I was like named after. And she had this floral couch that we ended up getting after she passed. And it was like my favorite piece of furniture ever. It was so tacky. but like I loved it. And it just stunk too, just reeked of cigarette smoke because like she smoked cigarettes like a chimney. And she was just like standing behind the couch with her hand like on her heart, just like looking at me really
Super
endearingly.
similar experience to Gwen's. When I went through, it was just like a lot of white light. And then I could see like shapes of people. They were like a different type of white light and they had like rainbow auras. And I just saw like all these busy people like walking around. It was like really peaceful and supportive. And I did not want to come back either. I was like stuck at the door and I had to push myself like, don't stay here, you need to go. But I didn't want to leave either.
So I kind of just like let my higher self take over, and then I just started floating for a while. And like as I got deeper and deeper, like I just like saw more light until at this point where I just stopped, and then it felt like I was just getting bathed in light.
When we got there, everything was so bright that I couldn't see anything for like a few moments. And so I just kind of waited, and then it was kind of like what Tiffany described, where it was like everybody I've ever met that's ever passed away was like right there all at one time. And even like people in my family that I'd never met who passed away that I know about, like they were there too. And it was like, oh, nice to meet you. Great grandfather. And the main touch point for my family was like my grandmother, who I probably felt the most connected to of like any of my family members. And I was like, so, like, this is super fun and I could do this all day, but, I guess I should ask y'all what I'm supposed to be like taking away from this experience. And they were basically like, stop taking everything so seriously all the fucking time. And just let yourself enjoy life, like find laughter, find joy, be love, and lead by example. That is literally your only job. Like that is literally all you have to do. What my family does. So everybody had to come out with me and like wave to me as I was like going back down the portal. And I just remember kind of like falling backwards, like waving back up and down and just crying. And like, oh, and I've been having some like pain and I've been having some like health issues lately. And I just remember like being up there, all of those issues that I've been having, all like no physical symptoms, none of that like existed. And so that was like another big part of